say y'all killers and y'all sharing one body. When he got hit up at that stop, y'all wasn't there, why did y'all leave him?
Mama tell me chill, but I can't, my finger get the itching. Got the urge, when I get right near they block, I just start tripping.
The Loco died in HL2, they rearranged their roster. They went the ball, but instead he met the fully op.
I shoot too much for different blocks, they call me deep grooves. I put a score right on that top, I made a peak hole.
Rocky, he got 2-3, let it off, and he ain't missing. I'm the rapper, don't get it twisted, I can catch a bait.
Knock his burner out his throat, like chill bro, stay for law. You tried to beg for help, Lord bro, like shut up, get ask the law.
This brother that he still making diss songs, Ooga Booga Deep HL.
Rapping has been a pastime for the youth, especially in the hood in Philadelphia for decades. Rapping about neighborhood affairs is nothing new, but rapping about people who have passed away, insinuating that you or someone you know has something to do with that person's death is next level idiocy. When time after time we've shown this strategy as a death sentence, people continue to do it. To put it bluntly, diss the dead and you're as good as dead.
Authorities say Basel Garrison and a few other teens were at the bus stop outside the Philadelphia Learning Academy along Belmont Avenue near 45th and Lancaster around 3:30 when a black SUV pulled up and someone fired several rounds, striking Garrison and his 17-year-old. Garrison was taken to Penn Hospital where he died, and the teen who was hit in the arm first went home and then went to the hospital. Both victims were students at the school. Detectives believe someone in the group was the intended target, but they're still trying to figure out who.
Basel Garrison, or Baz, is from Ninthside, which is basically 59th from Cobbs Creek to Kingsessing in southwest Philadelphia. In July of 2021, when Kaylin Johnson, or K3, was killed allegedly by YBC members, Ninthside, who are aligned with YBC, started to diss K3 and Snipe, who also died in that incident, as a way to get at little bucks and young Liv.
Y'all the ones that's dissing it, y'all the ones that's dying. We the ones that's cooking shit, we the ones that's frying. Y'all ain't got no good hoopers, y'all the worst in the league. Y'all lost like 8 homies, y'all a game full of weed.
And we giving headshots to any nigga doing threes.
I heard Lil Snipe was at the light and got left. Since Livy been signed, we still ain't see him get dressed.
Yeah, all threes must get cracked. Don't pass me a little snipe, fuck I look like smoking blacks.
Breathing, middle of the summer, my chain on, I changed the season. When he got hit up at that stop, y'all wasn't there, why did y'all leave? Pizza, took my dog, then we turned up, they know that we'll never be even. Don't ask the score, there's no we beat. When Mr. Hop out, watch me leave him.
Fuck them. They diss on the clabbers, but the clabbers ain't get touched. Don't diss on the threes, the last one got stuck at a bar. Pull me up a 3 slot with a cake for bro, I'm scared. Niggas try me sunny, not they drop their lords and swift locations. He got shootings, I ain't here, but no packs being created.
All that disrespectful shit, then got your homies in the pack. And you know who killed your homie, you just chillin' and relax. Ain't no rookies on this team, it's cool again, we come correct. Screaming fuck Ninthside, they both take 9 to the chest.
He said he smoking cake, you better stand the way he said. Better watch your fucking market, that's how niggas end up dead.
I kill again, this can't be my smile again. But we gotta drop a word of V, I'm hopping in. Caught him at that bus stop, I got you, man. We don't go for nothing.
As we talked about time and time again, only if you are loosely associated with people who diss the dead, it is taken as a green light on your life. Baz wasn't a rapper to my knowledge. In fact, he was just 16 years old when he was killed. I looked on the internet for him dissing or anything that would implicate him in this gang beef, but I couldn't find anything. To be clear, that doesn't mean that it's not there or he didn't do anything or that he was innocent. I just couldn't find any proof of those things. Ninthside is clicked with YBC after the death of some of the members from each side. West Philly was being divided up by the new generation. We've talked about Ninthside rocking with YBC/YFA before. Ninthside is also aligned with 524. Ninthside, YBC, and 524 all beef with CCK. CCK itself is an informal click-up, so sides were being chosen all around. On November 9th, 2021, 16-year-old Basel Garrison was shot and killed while waiting for a bus outside the Learning Academy School in West Philadelphia. Garrison and a 17-year-old were struck by gunfire coming from a black SUV that pulled up to the bus stop at around 3:30 p.m. Garrison was taken to Penn Hospital where he died.
right by the liver. Trizzy ain't work, he called back door, I guess that driver must ain't him. Only way home was scepter shit, he chose to die like a civil. That shit real fun, speaking on my man until we pitch y'all's in the blink.
That shit said how he went, he died at the stop. Bus stop, him at the Glock, and did the money right. This nigga died at the stop, and he ain't have his hot. This nigga.
The 9 don't be outside, we just was round there 3D with a plan. Yeah, Opps clicking up, they need help. They know we be speaking shit, we giving niggas belts. CCK, click, click, click. We can talk about them bodies, we got Vicks.
CCK, click, click, click.
Three Command. Marine 3rd District units still holding the scene for the homicide at 17th and Christian.
It's the shots heard around Graduate Hospital. This family with the stroller seen running for cover. The target of the bullets, an 18-year-old, police say was walking down the street with at least 5 other people, including a youth counselor. The teen ambushed at the intersection of 17th and Christian Streets just after 7 p.m.
18-year-old Sadique Dove, or Deke Loco, was killed earlier this week. Deke Loco comes from 27th and Dickinson, also known as OT7 or TPG. They've been going at it with Tasker Street for years. Through other affiliations like 7th Street and the Clappers, Deke Loco had beef all around the city. This incident just happened, so I can't speculate too much right now on what exactly went down, but this will most likely be included in my YBC Part 3 video, so make sure you tune into that, as I'm sure there'll be updates to this story in there. Deke comes from a single parent home, most likely contributing to his turn to the streets. Deke was that badass young boy riding around on pedal bikes with no shirt on, but he was loved by the neighborhood, but was always in shit. Deke was misguided and looking for acceptance and purpose. Unfortunately, he found it in the streets. Deke started rapping in 2021, and a lot like the other quote-unquote drill rap, he was just talking about shit he did in the street.
They say, look, you hogging on them drills, boy, like somebody else blitz. Chase him down, you run, not miss. Up that pound, they got some kick. Bell out dip, take off and drift. 2-2-3's gon' flip they whip.
Put a score right on that top, I mean a peak hole. They hit Brody in his legs, many eat those. They lucky we wasn't outside when bro got tagged up. We was 8 poles deep, shit we got bad on the guys that was the same night. We made them niggas crash.
How the fuck y'all dissing 2-7? Great, the dumb man felt that switch. Y'all keep dissing, popping bear, keep it real, don't leave out here. Bitches loop, aka quadruple kill, let's drink some. You ain't know, every time they slide, them boys don't miss nothing.
As we talk about time and time again on this channel, if you do this type of music, your chances of getting killed go up exponentially. It's hard enough living in these neighborhoods when you're not in the shit. Even if you're in the streets stepping and getting busy, rapping about it is the last thing you should be doing, regardless. It never makes sense, and when month after month, day after day, I have to cover these young men getting killed. In the end, the answers I keep coming back to is, the streets are lying to these kids. I don't know what they think the ending is gonna be. How else could it end if you live in the same city with a gang of niggas trying to kill you? But everybody chooses their path in life for the most part, and although I wish these kids would make different choices, it ultimately is up to them to be in the streets. The streets are a lie. A lot of people have died in the wars that go on in South Philly. 27th Street had lost a lot of people to these wars. The Opps are already trolling and dissing on Instagram. And I'm sure songs and more disrespect are coming towards the friends and family of Loco.
Before I step outside, I spark the 5 or grab a Loco. How you loaf outside without your 5? He really Loco. Be slipping on his side, shit come with repercussions. He was speaking on young boys until we cracked his dumpling.
Dissing on my brothers, now it's clappers in my Dutch.
Sure, I know Duke was big get back, but I think Germ respect.
Clappers in my backwood, clappers in my weed. I love when clappers die, bitch, I love when clappers greed. Yeah.
The Loco died in HL2, they rearranged, they rock the Drake. They gave Loco fucking curfew, nigga went home late.
The booger with the locust fucking with my head.
They hit Loco with atomic warfare, turned them to a Martian.
When Deep Loco died, they threw a party right next to his hearse. Slim Deep kept trying to play ball, he got chased out the wild. Deep Loco was at the YMCA and he couldn't get away.
When I first heard of Deep Loco last year, I was researching another video and came across his songs. He was coming at whoever he was coming at hard as shit in the videos I watched. So I assumed he was really deep in whatever he was involved in and figured with the way he was talking in the songs, he was looking for a way out of his existence. Sometimes people take the hand they are dealt in life and are jaded and nihilistic, black-pilled on life. They accept the position they were born into, and at some point, usually early on, they give up. There's no other way to explain the toxic and the self-hatred culture coming from drill rap. All the quote top drill rappers are the ones who really live the shit that they rap about, or at least are adjacent to it. It's about a 50-50 chance you'll make it past 25 living that type of life. Deep Loco was from 27th Street, as I said earlier, but he was affiliated loosely with CCK. The K in CCK is for the clappers.
Live in effect. Clapper, nigga. Clappers live in effect.
Who mostly come from 7th Street, but have a few members from 27th Street, like Deep. 27th Street also beefs with 5th Street. THF is a street reporter on Instagram and YouTube. He reported that Deep Loco was the one that shot at YD on a dirt bike. From what I know, he killed 4 people. Boz, Crafty, I don't know the other 2 names right now. He also says he paralyzed 2 people. THF went on to say that Deep Loco was probably the last Clappers member from 27th Street. The majority of them from there claimed 2-7 and never really sanctioned the CCK for that particular neighborhood. Clappers are majority 7th Street, so low-key, the few that was over there on 27th Street went against the grain, quote, renegades, because some of 2-7 be going at it with O to the 4 and BSB, probably the most exposed set. Police say at least 9 people were shot, including 1 person who died after a horrific shooting at a birthday party in West Philadelphia early Saturday morning on August the 19th, 2023. Councilmember Jamie Gauthier, who represents the area, said in an interview that she'd spoken to the captain of the 16th Police District and been told that the event was a private gathering that had attracted guests from elsewhere, and that some people who live on the block didn't even know people who engaged in the dispute. Councilmember Jamie said she believes that permitted block parties, which happened earlier in the day with the consent of city authorities, are generally distinct from such large and unauthorized gatherings, and that sanctioned block parties are an effective way to build community and ensure neighbors look out for one another. She also said Mill Creek, the neighborhood in which the shooting occurred, is burdened by, quote, massive blight and disinvestment, including city-owned properties that have grown dilapidated. She said the city should focus on investing in housing, clearing vacant lots, and improving the nearby recreation center as ways to improve conditions that can lead to gun violence. At least 100 people had gathered to celebrate a birthday, and that mood had been festive in the hours before the gunfire. The victims include 7 women and 2 men, ranging in age from 17 to 51 years old. We were all standing on the porch. Next thing you know, we're hearing gunshots, said a 22-year-old witness. Everybody gets down. We're running in the house, jumping all over people. A 22-year-old woman recounted what she went through during the shooting near Wyalusing and North Creighton Street. She said during the chaos, one of the victims was laying on top of her while they both ducked for cover. She got shot in her leg and they took her away in the ambulance, the witness said. Police said one man died before 6 a.m. after he was shot several times in his face and body. 8 others were also shot but are in stable condition. Police said that a large crowd came together for a birthday party, as I said earlier, but by 1:30 a.m. that Saturday morning, they responded to the scene after countless 911 calls came flooding in. Police said they found nearly 40 shell casings at the scene. The man who died was 19-year-old Kevin July. Kev lived near 58th and Alter in West Philly. Kev was close friends with Lil Mir from 0 to the 4. Lil Mir was allegedly killed by Amin Hurst, who is currently fighting that case. YBC Duel is one of the biggest trolls and of course is called Mr. Disrespectful. He would go on to mock Lil Mir, and so the cycle continues.
Treat me, I need some help, they keep on saying somebody gon' leave me dead. Put a bullet right through my head. Take it out cause I might die, niggas ain't solid. They wanna kill me so I keep a fucking rocket. When Lil Mir dies, like, bro, throw that mask on. They took the ticket, now let's get these niggas gone. I can get you hit, my niggas really kick the bank shit. This and all Lil Mir, that shit'll really get your brain split. See my young nigga on the news, that shit hurt harder than a bruise. My niggas plotting to get back, so ain't no way that we could lose.
Breaking right now on CBS News Philadelphia. Philadelphia police tell us 7 people were shot in West Philadelphia early this morning. One of those people has now died. Investigators tell us the gunfire broke out on Creighton Street near Wyalusing Avenue.
Numerous gunshots heard in the area. There was a small party in the block.
The victims were rushed to Penn Presbyterian Medical Center with gunshot wounds. Police tell us nearly 40 spent shell casings were found there at the scene. So far, the identities of the victims have not been released, and so far, not much information has been released about any suspects. Keep it right here on CBS News.
Bitch, it's me. Crack your RGV, fuck with them LMGs, so all enforced ain't over top that boy, you leave him in the street. My L can't get any back, that nigga rinse. Can't be smoking, what's his name? They say he bad for my lungs. Tryna pop shit like you that when we was kids, I fucked you up. Once you say my homie name, no coming back, man, that shit up, that's how it go. How you saying Kev name, you ain't hopping a ride. We spin your crib like every day, boy, you don't be outside. And when you outside, you take pics and go right back inside. Like drop your low, you scary bitch, why you keep trying to hide? Melodies. Yeah, I like this, and we the ones, bitch, we could back it. 4 niggas jumped out on the 9 trying to get a basket. Them niggas, they was lacking, shots went off, they started scrambling. Don't let us get up close, them LMGs gonna let you have it.
The reason Westside Kev is included in this video is because the situations get so tenuous and tricky that it's pointless for me to try and put a specific reason as to why Kevin died. And that's one of the saddest things about covering all of this, is how pointless it seems. But just reducing it to quote pointless is trivializing what is bubbling under the surface. It ignores what creates the emotion of revenge and the anger and pain that comes with losing friends and family to being murdered on the streets. Just like hundreds before him, Kev was dissed and trolled after his death.
Outside we chase them, fuck the odds, I hate them. We need barbecue for what's his name, we done baked that. Why the fuck he dissing? Little nephew got some nerve. He ain't sent shots for his homie. We left cash shit on the curb. Bro stepped on more than one, I think his shoes come with a rug. A block got no points, they the worst team in the pub. They the worst team in the league, LMG ain't done for. Nephew never sent no shots, but he trolling. Left his homie shit laid flat like a token.
Nephew dropped the disses, belt the ass, you Uncle Willie's son. Westside Kev was claiming LM gang, they sent me right with him.
I smoke Westside from LMG, we gave him 20 plus. I'ma tell me chill, but I can't, my finger get the itching. Got the urge, when I get right near they block, I just start tripping.
From the Philadelphia Inquirer, quote, a 19-year-old rapper who was shot and killed in North Philadelphia over the weekend may have been unintentionally struck by a bullet fired from a member of his own crew, police say. Officers responded to the 2500 block of Harlan Street around 5:40 p.m. and found over a dozen shell casings from 3 different caliber guns and a trail of blood down the block, said Deputy Police Commissioner Frank Venor. Namir Jernigan, better known as local rapper JumpOut BM, had been shot in the head, and friends rushed him to Temple University Hospital, where he died 3 hours later, Venor said. Police initially investigated the shooting as a homicide, but after recovering surveillance video from the scene, detectives believe it may have been an accident, Venor said, declining to elaborate. But according to a law enforcement source with knowledge of the shooting, detectives believe Jernigan and 2 others were on the block to commit a shooting themselves. As the 3 fired down the block, one of the bullets unintentionally struck Jernigan in the head, said the source, who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss an ongoing investigation. That same source said surveillance video recovered from the scene shows 3 men with guns getting out of a car and running around a corner. Within seconds, they are seen carrying Jernigan's body to the car, then rushing him to the hospital. No weapons have been recovered. There is no video of the shooting, said the source, only the before and after, but shell casings recovered from the scene were concentrated in one area, and there is no evidence that indicated someone fired back from down the block. No one else was struck by gunfire, the source said.
Bro went 3 for 3 on his first 3, that nigga 1 and 1. Feds, I hate disease, he try and catch him one. Got double B's on different blocks, he just be tweaking out. Let lil' Brody drive, he get the yakking. Plus he know the route, we right outside your crib, we creeping in. If you ain't popping out, I'm trying hoop, come pop out and have some fun. Yeah, we them jammy boys. You know I shot your man, you keep asking if I shot him.
Relatives of Jernigan cannot be reached for comment. Jernigan was a fairly well-known voice in Philadelphia's drill rap scene. Just days ago, he released a song called Murder One. Drill music has been on a rise in Philadelphia for the last 5 years and has become an increasing driver of shootings alongside social media, police have said. The music, a subgenre of hip-hop that originated in Chicago in the 2010s and blah, 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 blah. You get the point. So I've been covering this for a while, and I don't ever remember reading a Philadelphia newspaper describing the details of a drill rapper being killed like this. When Burke Street Man Man and Blumberg G's died, both rappers' deaths were covered the exact opposite way. If anything, I feel like my coverage of the drill scene in Philly has made mainstream media rethink the way that they cover the death of these young black men. I've said plenty of times, deaths like Namir's would normally get a paragraph at most. The Inquirer goes on to say, but authorities say rappers have used it to antagonize members of rival crews and diss people who've died, something that can fuel retaliatory shootings and further the pain of victims' families. The result is that the city has seen multiple drill rappers killed or charged with murders in recent years. Sadique Dove, who we talked about earlier in this video, who's mentioned in this article. The article says Sadique Dove, better known as Deke Loco, was fatally shot in July, and Anthony Watson, aka Blumberg G's, was shot and killed last year while on the run for a homicide. Among those accused of murder are Asir Clark, aka Lil Bape, who is charged with killing a 16-year-old, Samaj Nolan, aka Reek 1200, who was convicted of killing 2 teens in one day, and Kaiser Reeves, or Hop Out Blick, who is in custody after being charged in connection with a shooting that killed 3 teens last April. Jalil Williams, aka 25th Street Bill, is set to go on trial next month on allegations he shot and killed a 14-year-old in 2021. The newspaper have never mentioned Reek 1200, even though that's obviously front page news. A local rapper is accused of killing 2 teenagers in one day and rapping about it, and it's not in the news? Maybe someone can explain that to me. JumpOut BM from Blumberg was sliding on the 2500 block of Harlan Street, according to the article, which is Poundside Zoo Gang territory. According to the article, it was friendly fire, which made it eerily similar to the circumstances Blumberg G's died under last year. Drilling and rapping is like a pastime for some of these kids. No matter how many videos I make telling people that this is how it ends, that life continues after you're gone. The ops will joke, your family will mourn, the internet will watch over and over again. But if I can convince just one young boy to put the gun down, that's enough for me. Homicides in the city jumped by more than 100 in 2020 to 499. Murders peaked at 562 in 2021 before falling to 514 in 2022. In 2023, the number dropped again as 410 people were killed on the streets of Philadelphia. That is down 150 from 2 years ago. So I don't want to fearmonger on this channel and act as if it's as bad as it's ever been, because it's not. It is getting better year by year, at least since I started this channel. I can't take any sort of credit for that, but I can acknowledge and be a little hopeful for the future. I'm gonna leave it there for now. Thanks for watching American Confidential, and until next time, be safe.